Hello, everyone, and welcome back to English with Podcasts, your safe, supportive space for clear, natural, and meaningful English listening practice. I am Emma.
And I am Leo. Welcome back, language learners. Today's episode is very special. And to be completely honest with you, it is a topic that almost every standard textbook completely ignores.
That is so true, Leo. Textbooks teach us how to order a coffee, how to book a hotel room, and how to talk about our hobbies. But life isn't always sunny days, coffee shops, and vacations, is it?
Absolutely not. Life throws challenges at all of us. We face stress at work, family difficulties, loneliness, loss, or just those times when everything feels like too much to handle.
And when those moments happen, simple classroom phrases like I am sad or I am unhappy feel completely inadequate. They don't capture the true depth or nuance of how we actually feel.
When you are going through a hard time, expressing your emotions in a second language can feel overwhelming. If you don't have the right words, you might end up keeping everything bottled up inside.
That is why today we are giving you the exact emotional vocabulary native speakers use to talk about struggles with dignity, grace, and honesty.
We will cover 4 crucial areas: how to tell someone you are struggling, how to ask for support, how to respond empathetically when a friend opens up to you, and how to offer help without being pushy.
Plus, we'll share some personal stories, perform realistic role plays, and end with a structured review matrix so you can save these phrases forever.
So make yourself a hot cup of tea, find a comfortable place to sit, and let us explore how to talk about life's hard moments in real English.
Emma, let us start with our first section, telling someone you are struggling.
When things are tough, how do you open up to a trusted friend or colleague? The first phrase every learner should know is I've been going through a tough time lately.
Going through a tough time is so natural and gentle. It acknowledges that you're in a difficult period without forcing you to explain every painful detail right away.
Let's hear a short example. Emma, how have you been doing this week?
To be honest, Leo, I've been going through a tough time lately. My workload has been crazy and I haven't been sleeping well.
Notice how authentic that sounds. It invites empathy immediately. Our second phrase is slightly softer. Things have been a bit difficult recently.
That phrase is ideal when talking to acquaintances or workplace colleagues. It signals that you're facing challenges without making the conversation overly heavy.
Let's demonstrate. Hey Emma, are you ready for the team project meeting today?
I am, Leo, though I might be a little quiet today. Things have been a bit difficult recently, so I'm taking it step by step.
Perfect balance of professional honesty. Phrase number 3 captures a very specific feeling. I haven't been feeling like myself.
Oh, I love this phrase. It describes that strange emotional state where you feel disconnected from your usual energy, joy, or focus.
Let's hear it in action. Emma, you seem a bit quiet this afternoon. Is everything okay?
Thanks for checking in, Leo. Honestly, I just haven't been feeling like myself this past week. I think I'm just running on empty.
Running on empty is such a great bonus idiom there too. It means having no energy left. Phrase number 4 deals directly with mental load. I'm finding things quite overwhelming at the moment.
Overwhelming is one of the most useful emotional words in modern English. It means that the pressure or work is bigger than your capacity to manage it right now.
Let's try a brief scene. Emma, can you take on 3 extra student assignments this evening?
Oh, Leo, I really wish I could, but I'm finding things quite overwhelming at the moment. I need to clear my current list first.
That was honest, firm, and deeply human. That brings us to phrase number 5. I have a lot on my plate right now.
A lot on my plate is an expressive visual metaphor. Imagine carrying a dinner plate piled so high with food that things are about to fall off. That represents your current responsibilities and stress.
Let's run a quick dialogue. Hey Emma, do you want to join our weekend road trip?
That sounds lovely, Leo, but I'm going to have to pass. I have a lot on my plate right now with my family moving houses.
Clear, polite, and completely understandable.
Now let's move to section 2, asking for support in English.
Asking for help is one of the bravest things a person can do, but many language learners struggle because they don't want to feel like a burden to others.
In English, using specific buffer phrases makes asking for support feel natural, respectful, and comforting. The first phrase in this section is, I could really use someone to talk to.
I could really use expresses a gentle, humble need. Let's demonstrate.
Hey Leo, do you have 20 minutes this evening? I could really use someone to talk to.
Of course, Emma. I'm completely here for you. Let's grab a coffee.
See how warm that exchange feels? Phrase number 7 gives the listener a clear picture of what you need. I just need to vent for a moment if that is okay.
To vent means to speak freely about your frustration or sadness to release emotional pressure. Adding if that is okay shows great consideration for the other person's energy.
Let us try it. Hey Leo, do you have a second? I just need to vent for a moment if that's okay. My car broke down again this morning.
Oh no, vent away, Emma. I'm all ears.
Phrase number 8 sets an even clearer boundary. Could you just listen for a minute?
Sometimes when we tell people about our problems, they immediately try to fix them or give advice. But sometimes you don't want solutions, you just want to speak your mind.
Exactly. That leads right into phrase number 9, which is a powerful communication tool. I am not looking for advice. I just need to be heard.
That line is absolute magic in relationships, friendships, and workplaces. It prevents the other person from interrupting with quick fixes.
Let us hear how phrases 8 and 9 work together in a short role play. Leo, can I share something that happened today? Could you just listen for a minute? I'm not looking for advice right now. I just need to be heard.
Absolutely, Emma. I am listening. Take your time.
Wow, that creates such a safe emotional environment instantly. Phrase 10 completes this section. It would really help to talk this through.
To talk something through means to explore a complex situation out loud with someone until your thoughts become clear.
Let us demonstrate. Leo, I'm facing a really difficult career choice and I feel stuck. It would really help to talk this through with you.
I would be glad to help you work through it, Emma. Let's sit down together.
Now, Leo, what happens when the roles are reversed? What do you say when a friend comes to you with a heavy heart? That brings us to section 3, responding when someone is struggling.
This is where so many non-native speakers feel nervous. They worry about saying the wrong thing or giving cliché answers.
The most important rule when responding to someone in distress is empathy over advice. Phrase 11 is the classic gold standard. I am so sorry you are going through this.
It is simple, deep, and sincere. Let's hear it.
Leo, my grandmother was taken to the hospital yesterday, and I'm really worried.
Oh, Emma, I am so sorry you are going through this. How is she doing right now?
That validated my pain immediately. Phrase 12 is short but deeply effective. That sounds really hard.
Native speakers use that sounds really hard or that sounds so tough to validate feelings without making assumptions.
Let us try it. I spent 6 hours trying to fix this system error at work, and then my computer crashed and wiped all my progress.
Wow, Emma, that sounds really hard. What an incredibly frustrating afternoon.
Phrase 13 expresses profound perspective. I cannot imagine how difficult that must feel.
This phrase is especially thoughtful when someone is facing a tragedy or personal struggle that you have never experienced yourself. Instead of pretending to understand completely, you acknowledge their unique hardship.
Let us demonstrate. My sister had to cancel her wedding after months of planning due to sudden health issues.
Oh no, I cannot imagine how difficult that must feel for your whole family.
That shows deep respect and humility. Phrase 14 offers total support. I am here for you, whatever you need.
This provides comfort without placing any pressure on the person to act immediately.
Let us hear it in action. Thanks for checking in on me, Leo. I'm just struggling to keep up with everything right now.
Don't worry about a thing, Emma. I'm here for you, whatever you need, whether it's grabbing groceries or just quiet company.
That brings us to phrase 15. Take all the time you need.
This phrase relieves time pressure, which is often the biggest source of anxiety when people are recovering from hard news or burnout.
Let us show how it works. Leo, I might need a few days away from recording podcast episodes while I handle this family emergency.
Please do not worry about the podcast, Emma. Family comes first. Take all the time you need.
What a relief to hear that kind of response.
Now let's explore our fourth set of expressions, offering help without being pushy.
When someone is going through a hard time, asking them, what can I do, can sometimes feel like an extra burden because they don't have the mental energy to think of a task for you.
Exactly. These 4 phrases offer a helpful hand while giving the other person full control and space. Phrase 16 is let me know if there's anything I can do.
It's smooth, gentle, and leaves the door open. Let us demonstrate.
I know things are chaotic with your house renovation, Emma. Let me know if there's anything I can do to help out.
Thanks so much, Leo. I really appreciate that.
Phrase 17 is straightforward and warm. I am here if you want to talk.
Notice the word if. It lets the person choose whether they want to open up or remain quiet without feeling guilty.
Let us hear it.
Hey Emma, no need to reply right now, but I wanted to send a quick message to say I'm here if you want to talk.
Receiving a message like that when you're down feels like a warm blanket.
Phrase 18 is one of my personal favorites for modern communication. No pressure, but I'm always available if you need me.
No pressure is the ultimate relief phrase in modern spoken English. It removes all expectation of an immediate reply or explanation.
Let us demonstrate. Hey Emma, I heard about the tough news at work. No pressure at all, but I'm always available if you need me this week.
That is pure emotional intelligence.
And phrase 19 finishes our core list with powerful reassurance. You do not have to go through this alone.
Loneliness is often the hardest part of any struggle. Reminding someone that they have a support team changes everything.
Let us hear it in a gentle dialogue. Leo, I just feel like I have to carry all this responsibility on my own shoulders.
Emma, look at me. You do not have to go through this alone. We're a team and we will figure this out together.
Wow, hearing those words in a real conversation instantly lowers your stress levels.
Now, Emma, to bring all these expressions together, let us perform a complete, realistic role-play scenario.
Yes, imagine a scenario where Leo notices that I've been extremely quiet and stressed at work for the past few weeks, and he comes over to check on me during a coffee break.
Listen carefully to how these phrases weave together naturally in a real conversation. Let us begin. Hey, Emma, do you have a quick minute? I brewed a fresh cup of tea for you.
Oh, hey Leo, thanks. That's really thoughtful of you. I definitely needed a tea break.
You're welcome. Hey, I couldn't help but notice you've been pretty quiet during our production meetings this week. Is everything okay?
Honestly, Leo, I've been going through a tough time lately. I didn't really want to bring my personal dark clouds into the studio, but things have been a bit difficult recently.
I'm so sorry you're going through this, Emma. You don't ever have to hide it from me. What's been happening?
Well, my father's health took a sudden downturn last week, so I've been running back and forth to the hospital every evening after work. On top of that, our podcast schedule has been packed, so I'm finding things quite overwhelming at the moment. I just have a lot on my plate right now.
Wow, Emma, I cannot imagine how difficult that must feel. Juggling hospital visits and full workday schedules is exhausting. I had no idea you were carrying all of that.
Thanks, Leo. I haven't been feeling like myself at all. To be honest, I could really use someone to talk to. I think I just need to vent for a moment, if that's okay.
Of course it's okay. Vent as much as you need. I'm right here.
Thank you. And could you just listen for a minute? I'm not looking for advice or solutions right now. I just need to be heard. It would really help to talk this through out loud.
Say whatever's on your heart, Emma. Take all the time you need. I'm not going anywhere.
Phew. Just saying all that out loud makes my chest feel 10 pounds lighter. Thank you so much for listening, Leo.
That sounds really hard, Emma, but remember, you do not have to go through this alone. We can easily adjust our filming schedule for the next 2 weeks.
Are you sure? I don't want to mess up our upload schedule.
Absolutely sure. Your well-being and your family come way before work. Let me know if there's anything I can do, whether it's taking over editing duties or bringing you dinner. No pressure at all, but I'm always available if you need me.
Aw, Leo, thank you so much. I'm so grateful to have a friend and partner like you.
I am here for you whatever you need, Emma, always.
That felt so authentic and caring. Notice how natural conversations about hard times flow when you use the right emotional phrases and buffers.
Exactly, Emma. Now, to help our listeners lock these exact phrases into their permanent vocabulary memory, let us transition into our structured review matrix.
We'll alternate line by line, summarizing each core expression using our precise descriptive framework. Let us begin. I've been going through a tough time lately. A warm, authentic phrase for letting someone know you're experiencing hardship without needing to reveal every private detail immediately.
Things have been a bit difficult recently. A gentle, diplomatic expression ideal for professional settings or casual acquaintances when you need to signal personal stress.
I have not been feeling like myself. A powerful emotional phrase for describing feelings of burnout, emotional fatigue, or personal disconnect.
I am finding things quite overwhelming at the moment. An honest statement for communicating that your current workload or stress level has temporarily exceeded your capacity.
I have a lot on my plate right now. A popular native idiom using visual imagery to explain that you are juggling too many tasks and responsibilities at once.
I could really use someone to talk to. A humble, courageous way to request emotional support from a trusted friend or partner.
I just need to vent for a moment, if that is okay. A polite boundary phrase that asks permission to release emotional pressure without making the listener feel uncomfortable.
Could you just listen for a minute? A clear conversational request that asks the listener to offer their full attention without interrupting.
I am not looking for advice. I just need to be heard. A masterclass communication phrase that prevents others from jumping into problem-solving mode when you only need empathy.
It would really help to talk this through. An effective phrase for requesting a collaborative conversation to help organize messy, stressful thoughts.
I am so sorry you are going through this. The classic, deeply sincere native expression for offering immediate sympathy to someone in distress.
That sounds really hard. A supportive, non-judgmental response that validates another person's pain without making assumptions.
I cannot imagine how difficult that must feel.
A respectful response used when acknowledging someone's unique tragedy or hardship with true humility. I am here for you, whatever you need. A reassuring, open-ended promise of unconditional support for a close friend or loved one.
Take all the time you need. A compassionate phrase that removes artificial deadlines and pressure from someone who is recovering or grieving.
Let me know if there is anything I can do. A polite, low-pressure offer to assist someone without forcing them to delegate specific chores right away.
I am here if you want to talk. A respectful gesture of support that gives the recipient full freedom to reach out only when they feel ready.
No pressure, but I am always available if you need me.
The ultimate modern empathetic message that removes obligation while keeping communication channels wide open. You do not have to go through this alone. A deeply comforting statement that breaks isolation and reminds a struggling friend that they have a support system.
What an incredible, heart-centered lesson today. Expanding your vocabulary to include emotional depth is one of the biggest leaps you can make from basic intermediate English to true fluency.
When you can talk about your real feelings, ask for support, and offer comfort to others, language stops being an academic exercise and becomes a bridge for real human connection.
Now, we would love to open up the heart of this show to you, our inspiring global family of listeners.
For today's listener reflection, which of these phrases resonated with you the most today? Have you ever found it difficult to express your feelings in English during a hard time?
Leave a comment down below practicing one of today's expressions, whether it is offering comfort like, I am here if you want to talk, or setting a gentle boundary like, I have a lot on my plate right now.
Reading your comments and watching this incredible international community support each other is our favorite part of making this podcast.
If today's episode touched your heart and brought value to your learning journey, please subscribe to English with Podcasts, leave a thumbs up, and share this video with a friend or colleague who might need a little extra encouragement today.
Remember to treat yourself with kindness today. Give yourself credit for all the hard work you put into learning and know that you are never alone on this journey.
Keep practicing, protect your mental peace, stay resilient, and we will see you in the very next episode.
Goodbye, everyone. Take good care of yourselves and happy English learning.
Bye, everyone. See you next time.